There is an update with respect to Unity, which those of you who have been attending our campfires will know about, but the rest of you should know. So the Unity 2020 plan involved a proposal to draft candidates to elect to the White House. It came with a pair of fail-safes to prevent it from spoiling the election. One of those fail-safes was if, as the election approached, we did not have a viable path to victory, we would pull the plug on the plan so that it couldn't spoil the election. And we have arrived at the decision that this is that moment. Now, were there to be some sort of an emergency that would cause the electorate to wake up to the danger that we are in all of a sudden and to go groping for a better plan than the major parties have delivered us, the plan could be rebooted. But that is not our expectation. So let me tell you a little bit about what this does and doesn't mean. It means that we are not going to attempt to draft our ticket. But what we have recognized in the process of working on Unity 2020 is that the plan is part of a larger movement, and the movement is one that stands against the things that have corrupted our governmental structure, and the need for it is as great or greater than it was when we started it. So the movement is going to continue. We are going to look to the long term and attempt to figure out how it is that we can rescue our republic from the death spiral that its political class has inflicted upon it. So that's where we stand with Unity 2020.
Not the best news, but not hopeless. Not an end.
Well, let me say, it's not the best news. The best news would have been that
come January 2021, we are welcoming a Unity ticket to the White House, and it looks like, God, all the color metaphors you can imagine. A light at the end of the tunnel, blue skies overhead,
right.
All of this.
Just, I mean, as we said in our founding document, imagine that a pair of courageous, capable patriots were ascending to be sworn in. What kind of sigh of relief would the country collectively breathe? And so that was always the objective. On the other hand, I would point out that you and I have talked a lot in the context of education and in the context of other phenomena about the importance of a prototyping mindset, and
that's
that
right.
Everything good that is complex arises through an iterated process of discovery. And I should look up whether or not Edison in fact said that at the point that he had succeeded, he had discovered 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb or something to that effect. But the point is, we discovered a tremendous amount in this process about what needs to take place in order to fix the corruption that has disrupted governance.
And there was a tremendous amount of goodwill and pressure and force in the physics sense of the term behind this. It was apparent that there is, as you and I and many others have long suspected, a real sort of visceral, intellectual, and emotional desire to see a fix, and that fix might well look like this.
Yeah, it really lacked one thing, which was exponential growth, which, in some sense is the thing. On the other hand, what it did do was surface the underlying belief structure of a great many patriots. And so, does it set the stage for us to do something in the future that could, in fact, recapture the White House or other structures on behalf of the people? I think it revealed the path there. And so, personally, I feel imperiled to know that what is very likely to happen is, we are going to get the duopolies version A or B, right? That's a very frightening prospect. And I wish somebody had figured out a way out of that mess. Didn't happen. So, okay, that's frightening. On the other hand, I'm not the least bit disappointed at what happened here. I think we beat expectations by a lot, right? We ran a successful ranked choice vote. We had high-level discussions with lots of people, both on our campfires and behind the scenes. And so we did discover that the niche in question exists, and the question is, what do you do with it? So we will see going forward. But if you have been following Unity 2020, Please know that what has changed is the Unity 2020 plan itself. The Unity movement still exists and is as dedicated as ever to the prospect of fixing our system.
Perhaps something like Unity 2020 is dead, long live Unity.
I like that. I wouldn't say dead. It's
Unity 2020
yeah.
is dead. This was about a particular moment in time. Right?
Yep.
This is about a particular presidential election, appending the 2020 to it. So just like the king is dead, long live the king refers to two different instantiations of the king, Unity 2020 is presumably not the name of the movement going forward because it pinpoints the origin date and it's a forward-looking movement.
Right. Yeah. My concern was not with the Unity 2020 part. It's with dead, because the prototype mindset, is it dead? But it doesn't matter. It's a semantic question.
There are multiple lenses with which to approach something, and I obviously agree with the prototype lens, but using a phrase from history doesn't render the prototype lens inoperable.
Right, except that you have neglected the fact that history is itself a tool of oppression, and therefore we must...
You know that's cheating.
I'm kidding.
I know.
It was only a joke. All right. So that's the Unity 2020 update. The Unity movement continues.
We're trying to model this, right? Like when people pull that shit on you, that's cheating. Stop.
Right. And the way you really stop them is the eyebrows, the double raised eyebrow thing. That's a shot across the bow. So, all right.
Maybe a slight eye roll and a slack jaw. God.
Oh, yeah. The eye roll and the up to the right thing. Man, yeah, that's a warning.